Hi Libra, I hope you're okay. I'm Clarissa. Thank you for joining me. We're doing a general love reading for Libra for October. Oh, happy birthday, Libra! Happy birthday! I hope you have a good month. I hope you have a good Libra season. And just in time, I guess, there's a competition for this month. And if you'd like to be part of it, all you have to do is become a subscriber. What you will win is a birth chart natal reading with me. And so again, you just need to become a subscriber. And again, if you love the messages in the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. So let's get into it. Let's see what's available for Libra. First card, Libra, the Empress. The Empress is major arcana for Taurus. You could be in your energy at the moment of creating this growth, and seeing the beauty around you, connecting with somebody who embodies the beauty that you want to see in life. It could be just you, just growing slowly into certain things, really understanding your own energy and how it interacts with your environment, really honing in on the concept of creativity here in all manners. Okay. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords takes no prisoners. This could be your energy. So we do an air side here. So Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. This is someone who, an energy that knows their mind, wants to cut through certain things. This leads to creating freedom in certain procedures. This could be legal. This could be procedures that just help her create her own sense of freedom, independence. So you could be dealing with somebody, or this could be your energy at the moment where you're feeling like there's whatever you need to do in terms of creating some logical structures for you, procedures that help you to be more free, be more creative, to come into this power of seeing the future, letting things grow. Really magical energy here. It's almost as though you're using your mind. It's something about your mind is beautiful here. The Devil. The Devil is major arcana for Capricorn. This indicates someone being tied to you, or someone being tied to your energy, and maybe you're creating a process of change. And it also could be that some of your ideas, some of the things that you want to move forward to, is because of your desires, it's because of the things that you want to be attached to. There's a mindset here that is really tied to you in some way that it's almost like a pleasurable experience. It's hard for someone to let go of you in some way, but being attached to you creates a bigger need, a bigger desire. So going through the process of detachment is a hard thing for somebody here, because how they've been connected to you has been through desire. Okay. Okay, here we go. The Three of Wands, yeah. Again, this denotes to creativity, creating movement, wanting to grow things in a way that, really comes from your own sense of who you are. Creating, different products came up in my mind, wanting to create things that show the world who you are, the things that you're capable, your high level of creativity here. It's such great movement. You want to connect with those who have a similar mindset with you. This is business and enterprise here as well, connecting, creating partnerships where it's completely about growth and creativity. The Queen of Cups. Oh, wow, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so again, this is like spiritual growth here. This is the Queen of Cups is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, but this is an energy that is really in tune with their spiritual side as well. They're in tune with their emotional environment. Over the Queen of Swords, this could be like a skill they have, you know, a mind to heart connection here, and they use it for a sense of growth and creativity. But then we need to get to what this Devil card here is. Because it's so good. It's almost like you embody, or the energies around you embody such creativity, such light, you know. It's very spiritual, but it's also the intellect here as well. So this Devil is chained to this energy in some way. So let's see what comes out. The Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, the reason why they are connected too tight in this way is ultimately they just feel betrayed, you know. And so it's almost like there's a process of wanting to project this feeling over you, onto you, you know, wanting you to understand how they feel. So it's almost as though if you create this mirror into someone's life, you know, project it in a way that it makes them look like they are, that like you're connected to them, that you're still wanting to be attached to them, when really you just want freedom. Really, you just want this sense of independence where you can grow in your emotions and grow in this creativity. But this energy is holding, and something's coming to this point where there's just some clashes that have got to be. You've got to use all your might and your skills to be able to get through this situation. It's trying to hold you. Okay. So we've got two cards here. Okay. Temperance, Major Arcana for Sagittarius. And then we have the Hangman as well, Major Arcana for Pisces. So with because there's quite a few Major Arcana cards coming out here now. We've got 4 so far. So this is a really transformative time for you, Libra. The Temperance, you know, it indicates that there is a belief that is changing with the Hangman here. There's a need to change a certain belief system, a pattern, you know, and you've had to go into a deeper sense of who you are and understanding of what's going on, and come out, you know, understanding that the energy needs to change in some way. It's been set it's been almost encapsulated in a certain way. There's been a certain mindset here, and now there's this process of having to change this mindset, and so it can, you know, it doesn't have to feel so tied in this way, in this negative way. It's almost this tie-in that feels negatively based on this, you know, element of betrayal. It needs to change, the energy of it needs to change to something else. It doesn't necessarily mean that it goes away, but it needs to create a different dynamic, a different feeling. Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a Libra card as well. So you're trying to understand how to create this balance. And I literally mentioned it before this card came out. The sense of needing to have some balance in the situation, because it's really telling that one side of this reading is so creative. It's about spiritual growth, it's about understanding, enlightenment, in fact, you know, creating epiphanies, using time to be a change perceiver. And then on the other side, we have, you know, really conflicting energies that want to keep, you know, certain energies bound. And it's based on, you know, old situations, because all these swords here in the Ten of Swords, they indicate different mindsets. They create different, you know, different thoughts in one mind, wanting to, you know, and feeling caged within that. And within here, we've got, you know, the different energies that are pivoting back and forth between these two essential dynamics. The Queen of Swords with the Queen of Cups, and then the Two of Swords, you know, so this element of logic, heart connection with a balance here, trying to create balance here. Queen of Wands. All the queens are coming out. They're all coming up. The Queen of Wands, you know, she's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. You know, this type of energy is bold. She's expressive, attractive. Again, she's very spiritual. She understands the movement around her. She understands why people move in a certain in the way they do, and you know, and she's just she's admired. So there is, you know, there are very strong energies in this reading for you this month, Libra. You know, and it's kind of like you're having to, because the Queen of Wands obviously is fire energy, so she's prepared to fight for things. She's prepared to fight for this freedom, and so this could be the energy that you're embodying at the moment. You're prepared to go through it because you feel strong enough now that you have this growth, you have this understanding. It's almost like this energy, because when you think about it, it's only 2 cards here. It's a very small indicator in the whole picture of it. And there's a lot of strong energy surrounding this idea of, you know, keeping you entrapped in some way, because you've got to this point where you're able to harness certain abilities of yourself. You understand yourself a lot more. You've gone through a lot of growth here, Libra. Well done. So now you're you know, you've gone through the logic. How does it feel? Why does it feel like that? Create balance. And, you know, Queen of Wands with the end card is saying you're ready, you're prepared to take action. Okay, let's get some clarifiers for you, Libra. Okay, let's clarify the Empress. Yeah, 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords to me is indicating, you know, a mindset that is very comfortable, even if it actually is, the situation is really uncomfortable. It's someone who's so used to feeling that way, it just becomes their security. So, you know, the Empress is, on top of the Empress, she's growing from this knowledge that, you know, she's not prepared to stay in this idea of comfortability because it doesn't suit her anymore. So she's wanting to grow and shine a light and create, you know, to use her creativity, and she's using her gifts of creativity to come out of this feeling of, you know, I think it's just almost like a containment here. You can see in this card, it's containing, but she doesn't look uncomfortable, but she's got scratches everywhere. She's in the mud. She's got her heart outside of her, you know, attached. It's not really attached to her in the way that it should be. Coming out of this container of feeling, so there can be, you know, a new way of feeling through this situation. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords. Judgment. So Judgment, there is a situation that, you know, this situation here is not just being viewed by you and a counterpart. There's another, you know, energies overlooking the situation. So with the Judgment, it shows that there's something about the situation that's coming into the public light. So, you know, it could be, again, with a procedure, it could be a legal procedure with the 2 of Swords here. It could be something where, you know, a ruling is being made, or, you know, again, it's going through the process of, you know, detachment in a way that it creates a freeing sense, and it creates a leaning, it creates attention to the container of energy that you've been in. And so, you know, the Judgment card can be really good, especially over the Queen of Swords. It definitely speaks about logic, keeping things in a logical space, in the space of truth and light. And you know, the decision, the end goal becomes, you know, it leads towards that truth and light. Okay, let's clarify the Devil. Okay. The High Priestess. This is amazing for you. This is really good because, it's almost as though this container, the actions that have been projected onto you, the way it's felt uncomfortable, this, element of just keeping you in a certain emotion, is created a very enlightened version of you. It's created, because it's almost as though that's what you had in that space to keep you, a higher vibration. You went into the deeper part of yourself. High Priestess, Pisces card. So, this is really speaking about the higher mind, heart, mind connection. The things that are higher than us as human beings, as our human experience. This talks about the energies around us and having an awareness of that. So you almost understanding why people do certain things. You understand completely why there's been this feeling of caging. And so you're just prepared to just be understanding, especially with the Temperance here as well, Hanged Man. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Wands. Five of Swords, yeah. Five of Swords again, it creates a tussle of the mind. This is the hardness that it feels sometimes to create change. Sometimes the mind doesn't let the change happen, and it feels as though there's tension. So over the Three of Wands, it's almost like there's a force of the mind to be changed. And there's the Three of Wands is saying action. Let's broaden our mindset. Let's go into other some other feelings, other thoughts. Let's have other actions. But the Five of Swords indicate over the Five of Swords over the Three of Wands. Sorry, excited. The Five of Swords over the Three of Wands is saying that the action is creating pressure on the mind. So someone could be worried in this situation about how it looks, the way you're separating from certain things, you're detaching from certain things. That is creating a worry in their mind. Okay, let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Seven of Swords, yeah. The Seven of Swords over the Queen of Cups. This Seven of Swords to me, let's just have a look. Seven of Swords to me, the feathers indicates our thoughts. With the Swords cards, it indicates logic. The Seven of Swords and the way the person's position is, it's almost like they're trying to steal your thoughts away from you. So they're trying to deflect things, they're trying to create distraction, they're trying to even steal your ideas, and so that you don't stay in this energy of queenship that's coming out. There's a regalness about you, and it's almost as though they want to steal your thoughts and put you back in the box. Put you back in this box of where they feel very comfortable you being, because it speaks a lot about who they are. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Ten of Swords, rather. Sorry. Ten of Swords. Two of Pentacles, yeah. There's a reason why a lot of the actions that are containing is regarding money, because the Two of Pentacles it speaks about trying to be balanced, this sense of security, sense of stability, and even monetary gain. So there's the reason why there's this the actions are being projected onto you in a way that it's contained is because there's a worry about money. How is there going to be a balance with money, or trying to hold you in a sense where you can see here one disc that is not really there, doesn't really mean anything. It's higher, so it's almost as like the mindset is believing in something that's not really there, believing in this concept of stability that doesn't really mean anything, because what does true stability mean? Because we can't take those things with us. So it's almost like they're containing you and creating more power within you, because you're becoming more spiritual with the container. Okay, let's let's clarify the Temperance and the Hangman. Two of Cups. Yeah, Two of Cups. Because there was once a union here. There's a feeling of foreverness with this. Like a soul bond. maybe even like a twin flame relationship, or, you know, karmic relationship. And this is maybe where your understanding has got to, that this relationship is very karmic. You know, it's a life. Maybe it could be if it's a lover's, a tie-in or a soul bond that's there for life, regardless of whether you're together or not. This is the energy will never be forgotten, but it needs to be attached to different types of feelings of oneness, togetherness, building together. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so this situation, it's almost as it's going to go in the favor of truth. You know, with this over the swords, having to balance, you know, this situation. It leads to the Ten of Pentacles, so there's some stability, you know, greater building on the concepts of security, what it means. This creates a fairness. This is an alchemy. This is almost the spiritual journey has created, you know, tangible, you know, outcomes and things that we can feel. You know, so this could be a monetary reward. This could be, you know, property, anything that's a structure, anything that really pertains to groundedness with the Ten of Pentacles here. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Six of Pentacles, yeah. Six of Pentacles is a given to receive, receive to give. It's a balance again. So this again, it's about reciprocity. It's about exchange, especially in the terms of monetary. So you know, this is creating a balance between two dynamics, and it's almost as though you can see the upper hand. You know, having to, you know, give willingly to a situation, to the lower hand. But it's what they can give. You know, it doesn't leave them short. It doesn't leave them out of pocket. It just means that there is this ability to give. Okay, let's get some love cards for you, Libra. The Snake. Wow. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Okay. Yeah, I try to keep things nice and nice and you know, PG and a level of humbleness. But this Snake card, this just says it for what it is. The reason why the devil's here. You know, there's a need to emphasize why there is some antagonizing energies in this connection here. There's complete competition. You know, that somebody in this energy, there's been some manipulation, some maliciousness here. So, you know, it's gone to a quite extreme level. There's a need to, you know, someone feels as though they've got to, you know, always protect their energy with the looking over the shoulder indication here, and then the other woman. So there could be some indication of influence. You know, especially with the lots of queens here, different dynamics of the queen energy. There's an indication that there's, you know, the queen influence in the situation that could be have influence over the way things are feeling. Yeah, let's get another card. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, growth, changed mind. Yeah, this is perfect because, you know, this definitely speaks to all the major arcana cards come out here. I see this as a High Priestess card as well. You know, it's almost like a feminine version of the Death and Rebirth card, where you know, you have to go into a new phase. There has to be the ability to create some healing in a situation. So there's a renewal, there's a transformation. And with the growth change mind, the phoenix, doesn't have an easy journey to become the phoenix. It has to go through, the rough. And so, sometimes a mind has to be forced to be changed to see it in another way. And then once that hurdle has come and been jumped over, then there's the room for healing and rekindling of energies. I said outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So again, this definitely speaks to why there's an energy in your life that wants to create containing. One energy wants to contain another energy because they're replaying things in their mind. There's a mindset that used to exist, and there's this having to go through this process of changing their mind because the conditioning is very strong in this case, and just having to just clear it all. Okay, so let's get some. Oh God, you can see it. Okay. Let's okay, take charge and action. Yeah, definitely. This definitely speaks to, staying true to yourself, believing in the growth that you've been able to attain, take things forward, stay in your truth and your light. And, universal energies will always be attracted to that, will always make those things, be the top. Trust the universe. Yeah. So, again, with the spiritual growth, there's an element of faith in your own belief, in the things that you're capable of. And you've got to this point because you've been able to trust things that you can't see. Trust the messages, the guides that have come to you, and trust where the process is going, where the connections have led you. And again, this is just confirmation that this is right for you. Inner child healing. Again, this speaks to, this came out also in Leo's reading, but inner child healing is indicating that sometimes you've got to be part of the process of healing for other people as well. Not just you, we're just expressing our hurt onto other people. So being able to go through the process or whatever it needs to be taken to heal that sense of you, so then you can be a part of the person's, the energies, their inner healing, because we're all just projecting our hurt onto each other. And sometimes we need a process to be able to go through that, but it doesn't always feel easy because it takes changing the inner healing's mindset, the inner child's mindset. And so, and that's the energy that's been compounded in us, and we replay these things over and over again. Okay, Libra, I've loved this for you. It's been so amazing, so deep. So thank you for that. I love that. And if you like the reading as well, please like, share, and subscribe. And again, if you'd like to be part of the October competition where you can win a birth chart reading with me, then all you have to do is become a subscriber, and I will pick a random subscriber and do mark. Okay, until next time, take care. Bye.